Hey, what's up, you guys? So we're going to be doing our very first Gundam build stream. I'm going to refresh so I can see that I'm actually streaming here. Of course, it just went live and said that I was, so there you go. So this is a beginner's Gundam build stream. So to get started, you don't really need a whole lot. You just got to buy a cool looking Gundam. I chose this, well, that's all backwards. But I chose this Ingressa military mobile suit something or another. I don't fucking watch Gundam. I don't know. I just think that they're cool fucking robots. So, in every kit, you get a couple different things. You get your gates, where all your pieces are. And depending on what type of model you get, there are lots of little pieces and gates. This is an HG basic 1/144th scale model. Not a big deal. There are various other sizes and where did that go? I don't know why that stopped. I don't know why that stopped or anything. Let's see if I can fix this. Maybe if I can actually see the stream, I can tell that anything's going good. Oh, we're doing good. It's still working. So, anyway, like I was saying. So, in each kit, you get your pieces, which make up the model. You get your PC pieces, which are your joint pieces and keep everything together. You usually get a little sticker sheet right here, like this. Usually some accent pieces and definitely the eyes. You get your set of instructions, and that's pretty much it. So we're going to be doing a basic stream, and to get started on something like that, I'm actually going to be detailing this too. So any basic build, you need a pair of hobby snippers, an X-Acto knife, like this. I have, or at least for detailing, if you're not planning on detailing, those are legit the only two things you need. I use a lot of Q-tips, rubbing alcohol, and as far as pens go, I have some like higher end paint pens, but I usually use the basic Gundam pens. These are fine tip. Really fine tip. So they're good for detailing small crevices. And then you have these other pens that are more like felt tip. So they're good for smearing, and that's a black one and a gray one. You can get these online for close to nothing. And like these pens cost like $2 a piece, which I guess is kind of a lot for a pen, but whatever. Depending on how you cut things, there are some kibble pieces that come off, so the extra pieces that come when you cut things off. So you might want to use just a basic like filing sander to kind of rough up or file down the edges. But otherwise, that's all you really need. I have some rubbing alcohol already poured in the glass, and I'm good to go. So let's check out the instructions. If you're starting off new, I definitely recommend that you pick up a more simple and basic model. Don't go crazy and get anything that just looks cool, because it's going to be a pain in the ass if you don't know what you're doing. And I know, because the second one I did was a pain in the ass, because I thought, I know what I'm doing. I didn't know what I was doing. And it was awful. But you can see, based on the last one I did, why doesn't this want to stay open? I don't know why it doesn't want to stay open. Based on the last one I did, the detailing has gotten significantly better. I don't know why this camera doesn't want to stay open. Like, that's the app I've got going. Why doesn't it? I don't know why it doesn't want to just stay open. I don't know why it's got to be a pain in the ass. So let's get started. So the instruction sheet is real, well, it looks complicated, but I promise it's not. Each gate is labeled with a letter, and then each piece has a corresponding number. So like this is gate C. And then each one has a separate number that tells you, and the numbers are in these little blocks right here, that tell you what each one is. So the first one we're starting off with, we need D4. So that was C, B, I'm not sure what D is. That's an A. D14. There we go. This piece right here. So you just gotta take your little hobby snips and cut it off. The pieces come out relatively simple. And you can see from where I snipped those somewhere. It's not gonna focus very well. But there's a little bit of kibble that's like leftover pieces here. And that can kind of maybe not make your piece fit together very well. So that's when you take the X-Acto knife and just kind of clip the pieces off. And then you don't have those pieces anymore. So everything fits together a little bit better. Just gonna keep doing this, isn't it? I really don't know why it won't stay on. I guess it's just being a pain in the ass. How do I keep it open? I guess it just assumes because I'm not taking a picture, it wants to close. So, whatever. Maybe if I just click the record button? No, that's not gonna work either. So, what the fuck ever. It's just gonna be a pain in my ass. So, let's just do what we can, and I don't know, I guess I'll just keep fucking opening it up. So the next ones we got are C2 and C1, which are on this gate. Snip these off. Hope you enjoy the royalty-free music I have in the background. Because I really don't, but I mean, nobody wants to just listen to fucking me, right? That's crazy. We got PC1, which are these, the joint pieces. So let's just pop these out. Some of these actually come off the gate rather well. Let's see, we're going in there like this. The instructions are actually relatively easy to follow. There are some times where I just don't know what it wants me to do. But for the most part, it's not that bad. I guess it really doesn't matter. So just sliding in there like that, and then like this. The real problem with these things is the pieces are tiny as hell. So a lot of times I just kind of drop them. Alright, then we're doing an E13. What is that? That would be you. Okay then. I see we went back. That's a pain in the ass. So if you're actually watching this, I apologize. I don't know why it won't stay open. Any other time, it would just keep the camera open like it was no big deal. This time, not so much. I'm just gonna angle this down a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing. Alright, so these two are going in here like this. And then D3. Sucker's just gonna pop in there like that. And I assume that this is the chest piece that I'm building right now. Yeah, it's the chest piece. Alright, so the next piece we've got Alright, so we got D2, this is over here. This little guy. That is irritating, and I apologize to everyone who's watching. But luckily I have the stream up and I can see what I'm doing because I got the camera selfie. Let's just do this one first. And there are like processes and how things are supposed to go on, so if you just follow the instructions, you can't really screw up. By C7, that little thing right there. And now I'm actually going to detail this tiny little piece. So there are a lot of times grooves in here that are meant for detailing. A lot of times it's easier just to do this on the gate than it is to take them off and do it. But sometimes there are pieces that are a pain in the ass. So a lot of times if you just kind of blend it with your fingers, it kind of smooths everything out and you can't really tell where you did. And then this piece I'm actually going to use the X-Acto knife for. Some of these gates actually have softer plastic, so it's more beneficial not to use the clippers because the X-Acto knife has a cleaner cut. Alright, and then this goes on to that. That's a PC piece. PC6. Might help if I tried to put that on there the right way. There we go. And I dropped it. Okay, and then you clip in here. Alright. So that's going to be the headpiece, or at least the neck. The head's going to go on that. And then we got D15. Which is this piece, which I'm going to detail like crazy because it's got a lot of cool little nooks and crannies. I actually think the back part right here. Yeah, there we go. And like, don't worry if you kind of screw up a little bit. You can actually just take a Q-tip and smooth everything out, and no one is the wiser. And then if you really screw up, you just dab it a little bit and some rubbing alcohol. You can actually just get rid of all your little mistakes. It's almost like you're Bob Rossing it. Just, you know, not stoned out of your mind and chill as fuck. So we're just going to detail this a little bit. And you don't have to detail, but I think that it adds a lot more depth and character. Plus it takes a little longer, so you're not just rushing through a build. Especially on these smaller model kits. And some of them... Open the camera. There we go. Some of them take... Well, actually, if I were to just, like, do these without doing any of this, it wouldn't take me any time at all. But doing some sort of detailing, they actually take a little bit of time, which means I'm not running out there to get a new one every time I finish one. So again, don't worry if you do this and you kind of screw up a lot. You can't really screw up a whole lot. You just go back and you fix it. And then it's not even a big deal. So see, this was kind of a little sloppy. A little sloppy. It's not that clean. Not a big deal. You just take a Q-tip, kind of smooth it all out. And you kind of go over it softly with Q-tip with a little bit of alcohol, not a lot. And just kind of dab it off. And just gently brush through it. Now, I waste a shit ton of Q-tips doing this, so I don't know, maybe you're going to be like not all for it for environmental reasons, but they're paper and cotton. They break down, I guess, right? No, not really. That's not a good justification. I'm just shitballing. Spitballing? I don't know. I don't know. I think this thing only stays open for like 5 minutes, so enjoy that. I'll lose track of these pieces too sometimes. You heard thumping and scraping. I don't have a monster or anything in... A monster? What the fuck? It's just the tortoise. That's because it's his bedtime. Ooh, that just snapped right in there. Cool. Alright, so now we got the chest piece basically done. Until it tells me to add more pieces in here. But at least with these older... or newer model kits, rather. Pieces kind of snap together relatively easy. Other ones, like my older models, not so much. So, and then this is a bigger pen. So I'm going to fill in, see, the little nicks right there from where the kibble was. I'm just going to fill that in with the blue a little bit. And rough it out. That way, looks a little better. Of course, that actually does not look a little better because I used the wrong blue. This is a shivering blue and not the blue that I wanted. I have regular colors and then I have kind of metallic silver colors, and yeah, that's the one I want. So otherwise it gives it the sheen. You don't really want the sheen. Not on this one, at least. But that's okay, we can fix our mistakes. Some kibble on this side. The only reason I do this is because when you cut off the kibble, sometimes there's a little bit of, like, you know how plastic is, it gets kind of like white. So, and it's noticeable, and I don't really care for the look. So, I try to fix that. So, let's see what other pieces we got. We got an A, 39, and 38. Which pieces are A? Alright, A are these big white pieces right here. 38 and 39. Alright, these are some pretty cool looking pieces, so we're going to detail these on here. Now the detailing, you can't really tell. I mean, you can tell, like, on the blue right here, but where it really pops is on the white. I mean, regular gates, it's cool, like, you can do it, but second you add some white, or some black to the white, you can really see how things pop out, and it's pretty cool. Again, even if you're sloppy on the white pieces, it doesn't matter. But you can always go in and clean it up. Because Lord knows I'm messy as shit with this. What's that? Alright. I try to keep them symmetrical when I do it. Try to let it dry a little bit too before I start wiping stuff off, because otherwise it just makes a bigger mess. So let's just kind of smooth this away. Now, personally, I kind of like the smeared look, but you might not. So, that's the cool thing about these, is you can kind of do whatever the hell you want. And no one's going to tell you that your method is stupid. You like smooth lines? Go for it. I kind of like the worn-in look, though. So none of my models are really all that clean looking. They look dirty and bad already. So we're just going to pop these off the gate now. And hope that there isn't a backside that I need to do too. And there isn't. Clip the kibble pieces off. Also, definitely be careful when you do this with the X-Acto knife. I can't tell you how many times I've sliced my finger. Alright, that's an A. 38, so we're going to pop that in here. That's right, right? Oh, that was 39. No, that's actually not right. Ah, okay. I go the opposite way. Interesting. I originally wasn't going to detail any of this model. I got it because it was basically the simplest looking one that the hobby store had. But then when I opened it and I saw the detailing on the pieces, I was like, well, I kind of have to. I mean, it would look fine without it, but there's a level of, I don't know, coolness that comes with detailing it. So I figure, what the hell? Let's detail it a little bit. Alright, so now we've got these wing things on it. It's pretty cool. And they're definitely like a joint, so they've got a, I assume when this back piece comes on. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, this might be the front. And this is the back. Because I think these come back or something? I don't know. Or they close in. I'm not entirely sure. I guess I'll find out. Oh no, this is the back. I got it. I looked ahead. So we're going to put in some B7s. B. B7 and B8. So I keep on that pen. I'm going to try to detail it inside here. It's going to be a little tough because it's pretty narrow. I'll do what we can. Sorry. Clean up a little bit. Alright, so this one's 8 and it's going to go on that side. Some of these pieces are tiny and a pain in the ass to get in there. A lot of people use tweezers, and I don't know why I haven't started using those things or gotten any. Oh, I see that that's going to be detailed on that side too, so I guess we'll just color that in. Alright. That's cool. These little pieces are tiny. They don't even begin to compare to the face parts. Face parts are some of the worst parts to deal with, especially if you're painting them. Might consider not painting the eyes this time, because I don't think I have the appropriate color pen. Of course, I'll probably just paint the eyes red. It's supposed to be orange, but who the hell cares? I can take whatever liberties I want. It's my damn model. Alright, that's in there. And then the next piece is D1. That's another highly detailed piece. I'm actually going to try something different. Try something different and just kind of do this with it. then if we take a Q-tip, see I basically covered the whole thing in black. If we take a Q-tip and kind of just brush all that away, and the only thing that'll be left is everything that's supposed to be in the crevices. See now, you can't see shit on here, but now the pieces are kind of filled in. That's with the felt tip pen versus the fine point. Or if you're curious as to what those are called, this one is a GM20 200. And then the fine tip is a GM01 200. I don't know what the hell the 200 signifies, but it's there. It's gonna snap on here. Push out those pieces in there further. I guess I really don't move. So, this is where we're at right now. We got the chest piece, we got the back plate on. And now, according to this, the next step is the head, which is kind of the fun part. So, let's see what we got here. We got A30, which I think most of them are in the A gates. Let's see. And I know that little piece, they want me to put a sticker in this piece, and I know it's supposed to be green, and I don't want to do that. So I have this little fine tip green pen. I'm gonna get running again. Maybe. Alright, there we go. It's got this little V on its head that's supposed to be green. Just gonna color that in. Now, this is not a Gundam pen. This is just a fine point painting pen, which I don't really recommend. I don't care for them, but they seem to do decently enough when I don't have to color that much in. To a certain degree, I might actually pull out a different green. I do have a metallic green, so we're going to actually use this one instead, because that'll actually hold a lot better. And I believe there's supposed to be a line underneath it. That's supposed to be green too. Huh. That's weird. It's supposed to be an indent, but it's actually not. Let's just kind of do that to it. And that'll be good. Throw on this fine tip here. Kind of color in on the bottom. Got some shading. I'll kind of color here. A little bit in the eyes too. Sorry, the camera keeps dying, I can't tell. So, gonna have that colored in a little bit. It's sloppy, but don't worry, we're gonna clean that up. I might as well, while I'm waiting for the paint to dry a little bit, I'll color in the back. I might as well color in the eyes and knowing that E114, that's red. Let's look at the eye sticker sheet and see what it's supposed to look like. So the red. So some white on the bottom and some black. So let's actually just, I have a white pen here too. Mix that up a little bit. I haven't really used the white one, so. Ooh, that's a lot. I don't know what this is going to be like. A lot of times careful patience is all you really need for these. A lot of times you can kind of just dab it in there. It'll go where you need it to. So we got the bottom half colored in white. So when that's dry, we're actually going to color the top half in the black. And we'll keep the eyes red like they're supposed to be. And that should be good. So while we're waiting for that to dry, I want to clean that up a little bit before it gets kind of sloppy. It's running not where I want it to. All the red. I don't usually do two tones like this, so this is kind of hard to do. Usually I just do one color and then it's not a big deal. This is actually kind of a challenge for me. I want to keep this upright so it doesn't run. I don't want it to. Yeah, actually, I put that red in there and now it's running like crazy. I just want to clean that up and start all over again. No, no harm, no foul. It is what it is. You just take some rubbing alcohol and clean that up. No big deal. Doesn't always turn out like you want it to, and that's okay. So let's try cleaning this up a little bit. Sometimes it helps. You just kind of have the whole thing together to clean up a little more. Sometimes you can't really tell what the hell you're doing on the gates. Sometimes you can. Sometimes you can't. This goddamn thing doesn't want to stay open. I swear it's open for like 5 minutes and then it closes. Alright, we can be finished detailing that and cleaning it up once it's all together. So let's go back to the eyes. This is the hardest part. I'm not giving in and I'm not putting some damn stickers on it. That's for fucking sure. Some more dabs in there. This is going to be showing. I'm going to color that all in there. So I'm actually just going to see if I can keep this standing upright. That way the paint dries where I want it to and not anywhere else. Alright, that might actually take a while to finish. So in the meantime, let's take a look at A32 and 37. So this is the 32. Actually, I think that piece just kind of slides right in there. There isn't even anything to detail there. Yeah, that piece just slides in. But on the fin, well, according to this picture, there's markings on the fin, but there aren't actually markings here. So I guess I really don't have to do anything there. Fair enough. Well, then let's pop these pieces off. Clean them up. And see how they look. Doesn't seem to put any stickers on either, so I don't know. Weird. Alright, so here's the thing. Go to the camera. So here's the thing. A lot of times when you get these fin pieces, they got these little nubs on here. This part right here. That's not what the things are supposed to look like, and they put the nubs on there because the pieces are sharp. I use finger quotes for that. So I actually usually cut the nubs off, like some people do. You don't want to do that? You don't have to. I don't care for the nubs, so I cut them off. And there's usually a line that you could follow to snip them off. I just use the X-Acto knife and press down until they slice off. And I clean it up a little bit. There. Alright. I can see that that's still wet. I might not be finishing this tonight. I might have to do this later. I would like to get the head done. A lot of times it helps to kind of like follow the line too, just because it fills in the gaps without taking the paint away. Now, if I had a fine tip with white pen, this would be so much easier. But I don't. That should be... yeah, that should be good. Not sure how much it would be on. I could actually be able to see. I'm just going to color when I can. Back to the camera. Alright. This part I'm going to use the X-Acto knife for, because I like to definitely slice this piece out as concisely as possible. And have it fly all over the place. This is definitely where tweezers would benefit. It's not easy to just drop it in there. Oh, okay. I guess you can see more than I thought. I'll clean up that white part right there. got that down. In the back. The head pops on there. The back part of that. Oh, that's a hard fit. That's what she said. But no, for real. Sometimes the pieces don't snap together like you want them to. Alright, we're gonna go over this again. Because it doesn't quite stay like I wanted it to. And sometimes that happens. Gotta roll with it. So this time I'm actually gonna take a Q-tip without anything on it. Just gonna brush detail that in there. And I'll go back and clean that up. Alright, and then this piece slides in here. Like that, I guess? Is it supposed to be a gap? Oh, yeah, I guess there is. Okay. I guess there is. Fair enough. Well, knowing that, we're gonna probably detail that bit of black. Alright, and then this part is gonna go here like so. I'm gonna drop it and break it. But no, just kidding. Just dropped it. Alright, and the head pops on here, like so. Alright, well, I think this is where we're going to take a break. But this... Oh, I should have detailed that in black. Oh, okay, well that... Well... Alright, well we're going to do one more thing. Take the head off here. Pop this little piece off. Let's see in the picture. It's not going to be easy. I think I put it on there a little too tight. Sometimes the pieces will snap off, sometimes they won't. Sometimes you want the pieces to snap off and they won't, and sometimes you don't want them to and they do. Let me just pry that off a little bit. There we go. I'm just going to detail on the inside of there. A little bit of outline. Alright, now we can pop that back on. Oh yeah, that's a little better. That's pretty cool. Just gonna clean up that little bottom part right there. Alright, you can stick it back on. Alright. So, that is currently where we're at. Got the head done, detailed, we got the chest, and these little back fins going on. So, I think that's a good place to stop. Next up are the arms and the shoulder pads, which seem pretty cool. So, I think that's a good place to stop. Until next time. Until I figure out how to close this thing. Alright, we're good to go. Join us next time for part 2, I guess. I don't know. Bye.